Shalom, y'all.
Shalom.
So it is December the 2nd. What is today, my baby?
Thursday.
It is Thursday. That is a great observation. Well, the one observation that I have is that today is our 10-year anniversary. Praise God. And I will say to all the couples out there that while sometimes life is not the easiest, having an awesome partner to go through it with makes it that much better. Would you agree?
I concur, sir.
She concurs.
I agree. And I guess soon I guess when you pull footage off my camera, you'll see I had kind of dedicated a whole spiel to babe and how you love me. Most importantly, how y'all loves us, and he loved us so much that he gave us to each other. Because he trusted you with me. He trusted me with you.
And he knew what I needed in my life.
Yep.
I'm not saying I was on a horrible road 10, 11, 12 years ago, but I wasn't on the best road. So today we're just hanging out. Praise y'all. It's just the way her schedule feels. She was off today.
Yes.
So we praise y'all for that. But we get to spend some time hanging out. I'm sure y'all have heard us say in the past, and I'll reiterate it again. Not only is she my wife, she's my best friend.
I want my best friend back because I'm in love with her.
That's right. No new friends over here.
And I also learned something yesterday. I'm not going to go into that.
What?
The whole sip thing.
Hey, if you would like to speak on it, speak on it. Okay. Wait, can I just add to that? Let me just say, because it just seems like Simp came out of nowhere. And as the parents of teenagers, we come across different, I'm going to use this word. This is the word of today. Colloquialisms, right? Or different idioms or terms that kids use nowadays that could mean things, right? In this sense, baby and I were having a conversation about normalizing chivalry. Let's make chivalry normal again.
It's not possible. No, it's necessary.
Right? So, I said, well, babe, now my observation is, and I keep in mind, this is my opinion. It's my opinion. My opinion is that there are young men now who don't take care of young women the way that they should. I give you an example. I witnessed a young woman getting ready to get into a vehicle, right? This wasn't none of our sons, right? But I witnessed a young man and a young woman together, and the girl was getting ready to get in the vehicle, and she opened her own car door. And but before she even went for the handle, she was like, "You're not gonna open my door?" And he was like, "I ain't no simp." And I was like, appalled, right? And so I was telling babe about that. Now, since I laid the groundwork, you go hold and go on your rant, boo.
I was raised a certain way, right? The irritation for me is that there is a very distinct line between chivalry and sexism.
Right.
Just because, if y'all have known, you've heard Bae talk about it, I don't allow her to carry groceries. I don't let her carry that. And it's not because I believe she can't do it. I know she's more than capable to. I just feel as the woman and the matriarch of our family, she should not have to. There's a fine line there, or not a fine line, it's a very clear line. And my thing is, us being gentlemen should not be a negative thing. Like, 10 years in, I'm still opening doors. I'm still, like, I was dumbfounded when I was explaining that. And the conversation came about because y'all know he's at college. Somebody told me he was too nice. Like,
that's not possible.
for me, okay? This man has never faltered. The things that he started at doing so long ago, he continues to do and have perfected it at this point. So it's the consistency for me. And let me just say this. Wisdom says, as a woman, right? And somebody who loves themselves, right? Wisdom says to me, and self-love says, my husband more specifically, okay? If he's trying to show me love and respect and that he's a gentleman and that he cherishes me in whatever way he chooses to do so, I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna let him do it, because I'm gonna do the same way. I'm gonna do the same thing. It's as if you as a woman, like if a thing that you bring to the table, right? We're going to use cooking, not as this is not the 1950s, and like baby said, this is not a feminist movement, this is not a sexist type of conversation. This is just, I'm old school in that regard, I guess. I just don't feel like it should be labeled an old school thing. We should be normalizing, you know, the love and the respect between a man and a woman, and the fact that if I wanted to make a meal for my husband, a special meal, right? Or take on the role of, hey, I'm gonna be the one that primarily prepares the meal, and then he tells me, no, I don't want you cooking for me, or he take the meal and do something crazy with it rather than nourishing himself or eating, then, you know, I will feel away. So I don't dare do that to him. When he opens my door, I'm thank you, baby, each and every time. I don't necessarily, it's not a thing where it's a must for me to him. He made that a priority for him to me. So him making me a priority, I feel like that is just another way of him showing me that he loves me. Okay, let me add this little tidbit in. The tidbit is that my sons have been trained to open the door, not only for me, but for their aunties, their nana, any female that they should come in, that they should encounter. We could be, the other day, you know, we were going into JCPenney's, and my 17-year-old opened the door for not only me, but the lady that was walking into the store behind me. So you know, those are things that I feel are not being taught as often as they should be. And there's a lot of young men now that are looking at it as if it's a sign of, you know, some type of degradation that they have to do that, or, you know, oh, she can get her own door, you know. And I looked at it as, you know, sometimes, and I've been a single mother before, right? And it wasn't by my choice, but I've been a single mother before, and I still taught my sons to respect women, period. I feel like there's something toxic going on in the young men today, that they may be missing a man, right?
But part of the problem is, so society, due to, I'm not knocking the cause behind the Me Too movement. I'm not knocking that, so let me put that out.
Right.
But society has been systematically for years trying to do away with the masculinity.
Right.
Right? And that's how me opening a door or not, you know, carrying the groceries so she don't have to, that's how it's perceived, as like I'm being masculine and making her powerless. No, that's my thing, is if I'm doing something for you, that frees you up to do something else.
Oh,
I'm sorry, that's just my logic. But society, we as a society, if we don't get this under control, Joe Rogan and somebody on his podcast said it best. It's like strong men make weak men, right? Because the thing is,
wait a minute, say that again, babe.
Because strong men deal with everything, right?
Right.
And they get rid of the problems.
Right.
Right? But in turn, what follows after that is weak men. Right? So then it becomes a cycle. Eventually, it comes back to having strong men again because they have to step up to where the stuff has fallen. I know I messed that all up, but if I can find it, I'll put the link in the description because it's a very good conversation.
I just wanted to make sure that I understood what you were saying. And so let me say this without sounding preachy, right? But everything goes back to Torah. Everything goes back to the Bible, right? So whether you want to deal with it or not, ladies, okay? Whether you want to deal with it or not, whether you want it to address it or not, whether you want to have some type of epiphany or realize it or not, Yahuwah designed men and women in a certain type of way. Right or wrong?
Correct.
As my husband, me being his mate, his helpmate, he is my head, right? Is that not correct?
Correct.
He follows Yah. I also follow Yah, but I follow him, right? So keep in mind now, am I saying that the women creatures are the lesser of the human beings? Or no, I'm not.
Nope.
I'm not saying that because we have our roles, ladies. We have a role. We have things that we're supposed to do that men don't have the ability to do, okay? Like bear children. And even if you don't have a child, there's still emotions that we have and that we can execute and that we can bring forth to bring things together that they can't do. They cannot do it, right? So that said, we got our role just like they got their role. I understand the assignment, okay? That's me. I understand the assignment. That's why Yah continues to bless our union. That's why Yah continues to bless me and Yah continues to bless him. Why? Because I understand the assignment. I ain't trying to be no man, okay? That's what I know. He know that. I don't want to be a man. I love being a woman. I love the way that Yah created me, right? I love the way Yah created this man for me, okay? So I got it. I understand that. And I feel like if we as women understood our roles a little bit better and not allow society to build this fallacy or this false reality of who we're supposed to be up in our minds, I feel like it'll be a better place. Now, biblically, I know that it's very possible that's not going to happen. But I'm just saying, for the people in the back, that is, you're not supposed to be just somebody's sexual object, right? You're not just supposed to be somebody's little play toy or something somebody's supposed to lust after, or just somebody seed bearer, right? We're supposed to be more than that. So that said, it goes back to accepting what Yah has for you and a mate and a spouse and and that man, where if he opened the door for him, sis, let him, right? If he's taking out the trash for you, let him. He may not even get it done in the time which you think he's supposed to, but guess what? That ain't your business. He doing it. Relax. Is that not correct?
Correct.
So this is what happened this morning, real quick. I went in the closet and I got these shoe racks in the base of the closet, right? And eventually we'll redo the closet, but right now it's a source of irritation for me because every time I go to pull a pair of shoes off, like 3 or 4 other pairs of shoes fall off, and I'm like, I can't take this no more. I came out the closet and I told Babe, I said, Babe, today is the day. I'm going to build it was a 9 cubby little system that I had purchased that I found on clearance. I said, I'm building that today, and my shoes is going in that because I'm tired of my shoes falling out off the rack or whatever. He was like, who building that? I said, me. He goes, and I knew what I was doing. I
said, so you're going to commission it to be built.
And I was like, no, I'm going to help my husband build it. Because I enjoy that kind of stuff. But if he says, babe, let me do it, I got it, I'm going to let him do it. He got it. And that's the way it's going to be. Now, do that mean that I'm just like, some kind of whack, sorry excuse for a female? No, baby.
Not by far.
Not at all. But at the same time, I understand the assignment. I get it. I got it.
So y'all, that's our little ride rant. Make sure you check out the next video in this series because we're going to show you what we did today. We're going to break it up so nobody watches our long videos, so we're going to break it up for y'all. We love y'all. Please, if you made it this far, mash that subscribe button, the like button.
Are we going to lunch first?
Yes, we're going to lunch first.
I'm just hungry.
We's hungry. But till the next video, shalom, y'all.
Shalom.